Do you want to learn how to draw? If yes, where do you even start? In this video, I'm gonna tell you what you should do as a total beginner and what kind of practices you do on the side while you draw whatever the heck you want to draw that day. Do note that just because I gave you guys this instruction, that doesn't mean you can't draw what you want. These are exercises you do for 20 or 5 minutes a day, so don't feel like I'm telling you to just do one particular exercise for the whole day, since it is too exhausting for most people. Though it is better for you to do it longer than 20 minutes, but I'm not gonna force you to. This video will only give you a direction if you feel like you are lost on what to improve first. The most important thing is to have fun and enjoy the process, but also don't forget to do practices even if you only do it for 5 minutes, because this is what's gonna help you improve your art. Now let's go. Alright, so we're gonna have to draw boxes for a week now. Oh, no, not that boxes. These boxes.
Yes!
Yeah, we go straight to making human structure for this one. Even though it is still boxes, these ones are hard and more fun than the other one. It's best to draw them stationary first. Once you are comfortable, move torso and limbs to add more difficulty. If you move them too early in the practice, even just a little bit, you might get anxiety due to the lack of knowledge of how the other body parts will interact as well. Good thing this is just a box anatomy that we are practicing. In this phase, you only want to practice just a week or less, since it's not going to give you any significant boost in skills. This will only teach you the volume of the anatomy and not the actual shape of the body. So I'd recommend you only do this once in a while when you ever feel like you forgot the sense of 3D space in your art. On this stage, you will now learn anatomy. For me, this is the fun part. Learning anatomy means learning on how muscle look and interact when doing a certain activities or movement. These can be daunting if you have no experience drawing them. But no need to worry, guys, because I'm here to save you the trouble.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Draw just the outer part of the body and chest, which means no drawing the details just yet. Draw the shape of the body simply and make sure you use reference and use it a lot. As a beginner, make sure to copy as much as you can so that you can absorb the knowledge even quicker. Now, just because you are copying doesn't mean you are cheating the process. Copying is not the same thing as tracing. I could make a whole video about copying itself and share my whole opinion of it. Let me know if you guys want a video on that. Once you are able to draw the body without much assistance from the reference, you can now study the details of the body, like arm study, leg study, and back study. I put an estimation of how long you should do the study for, and I put it longer than the last two because I figure you would have much more fun studying anatomy. I mean, who wouldn't when you get to draw that stuff for practice? I mean, I certainly would do it for an entire month. I won't go too much into details on how to draw it because the video would just be too long. However, I would make a video explaining on how to draw a certain body parts like the arm in details, for example. The best advice that I can give you right now is to copy from a sketch, not a real arm. Unless you want to study for render, then a real arm would be good. It just depends on what you want to study for. Different goals uses different practice. Ah yes, poses. How can I forget about you? The one fundamental that makes your drawing looks more dynamic and interesting. So many things you can do to your character, it is practically endless. You can make them do a little run. You can make them drive a car, jump from a top building, do skates, and even some other stuff that's spicy. The choices is all at the palm of your hand, if you can master the art of poses, of course. Okay, so poses. The thing about them is understand the flow of movement that the body made. Every good poses has some sort of flow to them. It usually has the shape of the letter S. And how do you know? Usually you start drawing the flow lines at the top of the head to the bottom of the foot. Sometimes it made a C curve, but I tend to not care about that too much. Sure, flow does matter, but What's more important is understanding gravity and how it defines each movement that we do. Your character must have balance. If they don't, then your character's pose will most likely look weird and not believable. If the character is in the air, I usually have a general rule of thumb. I would make one leg bent and the other straight. This gives the viewer a clue on how the character was on the air and what leg did the character jump with to be in the air. The leg is a support for how the torso moves, and if the both of them don't sync, then it'll just look weird. You'll probably struggle a lot when doing this study since you're not used to drawing a figure with a lot of movement. It is dreadful to twist and turn the body in such extreme way. With enough practice, you will understand how the body moves in the correct way. Again, not gonna go too in-depth to this. If you want me to make a tutorial about how to draw poses right, or at least believable, let me know. Studying perspective is kind of difficult at first because it forces you to make certain things bigger and smaller depending on the amount of vanishing point your drawing uses. To make you understand what perspective is, perspective drawing is a technique that creates the illusion of three-dimensional depth on a two-dimensional surface. By aligning object with specific vanishing point and a horizon line, artists can make elements appear to recede into the distance and shrink in size relative to the viewer. Basically, what it says that the closer the object is to the camera, the bigger it becomes. On the contrary, the further away an object is, the smaller it gets. You see, when studying perspective, there's two things to understand. There is a horizon line and there is a vanishing point. Horizon line is where an object meets eye level. It's like where our viewpoint is. The further away an object is from the horizon line, the more we can see the bottom or top part of the object. Vanishing point is the spot on the horizon line where parallel lines appear to meet. These are the basics for perspective. I usually use 1 or 2 point perspective since it is easier. However, this will take a while to master due to the difficulty. For character drawing, I'll probably only be using 1 point perspective a lot of the time, so don't worry if you felt overwhelmed after hearing all this. Estimated time would be 2 to 3 weeks of practice, but you can go less than that. It all depends on you whether you wanted to study for that long or not. This whole video is just a direction for those of you who have no idea where to start. You can set how long of a practice should take and how much stuff are you willing to practice on. You can make your own practice order depending on your liking. Again, it's all up to you. I don't make the rules. As long as it keeps you drawing, that's all that matters. Till then, see you guys in the next video.